What if I told you that your cat has been trying to tell you something is wrong, but every single time they tried, you didn't hear them? Not because you don't care, but because nobody ever taught you their language. Cats are not like dogs. They don't whine loudly or limp dramatically. They suffer quietly and silently. And by the time most owners realize something is wrong, days and sometimes weeks have already passed. Veterinary researchers have found that cats instinctively hide pain and distress as a survival mechanism inherited from their wild ancestors. In the wild, showing weakness means becoming prey. So your cat stays silent, they suffer alone, and they wait, hoping you'll notice the subtle signs they're leaving you. Today we're going to make sure you never miss those signs again. These are the 5 things your cat does when they're secretly asking for your help. Stay until number 3, because what you learn there might genuinely save your cat's life. Number 1, your cat is hiding from you. Picture this. You come home after a long day, you drop your bag, kick off your shoes and call out your cat's name, but nothing. No little paws running toward you, no meow from around the corner, so you start searching. You check the couch, the windowsill, their favourite chair, and then you finally find them, tucked away in the back of a closet, pressed into the darkest corner of the room, completely still, and you think, oh, they're just being a cat. Cats love hiding. It's totally normal. But here's what most owners don't realise. There is a very important difference between a cat that hides playfully and a cat that hides because something is deeply wrong. A healthy cat hides occasionally for fun, for privacy, for comfort, but a cat in pain or distress hides consistently, same spot, every single day, for hours at a time, and they don't come out when you call them. Veterinary experts call this isolation behaviour, and it is one of the earliest and most overlooked signs that a cat is silently suffering. In the wild, a sick or injured cat that stayed visible would immediately attract predators. So their instinct, passed down through thousands of years of survival, is to disappear, to become invisible, to hide their vulnerability from everything around them, including from you. So the next time your cat vanishes for hours and doesn't respond when you call their name, please don't just shrug it off. Don't assume they're being independent or moody. Go and find them, sit beside them, watch them closely. Because that cat hiding in the corner might not just be tired. They might be whispering to you something is wrong, please notice me. And if hiding is the quiet signal, our next sign is anything but quiet. Number 2, your cat won't stop meowing. We've all heard it. That persistent, relentless meowing that just doesn't stop. You feed them and they meow. You pet them and they meow. You sit down and they meow. You try to sleep and they meow. And after a while, you just get used to it. You think, that's just their personality. They're a vocal cat. That's just what they do. But here's the truth that most owners never consider. Cats are not naturally vocal animals. Let that sink in for a moment. In the wild, cats are almost completely silent. They don't meow to communicate with other cats. They stalk. They hunt. They move in complete silence. So why does your domestic cat meow so much? Because they learn to meow specifically for you. Researchers at the University of Sussex discovered something fascinating. Cats developed their meow almost exclusively to communicate with humans, not with other cats, with us. Which means every single time your cat meows, they are deliberately trying to tell you something. Now, a cat that meows for food or attention is normal, but a cat that meows excessively, especially at night, especially in a low yowling tone they don't normally use, is a cat that is trying to tell you something is wrong. It could be pain, it could be anxiety, it could be cognitive decline in older cats, a condition very similar to dementia in humans that causes them to feel confused and frightened. So the next time your cat won't stop meowing and you find yourself getting frustrated, stop. Listen. Really listen. Because they're not trying to annoy you. They're trying to reach you in the only language they have. They're saying, I need you. Please listen. And while excessive meowing is a signal you can hear, our next sign is one you can see every single day. Number 3. Your cat's grooming has changed. This is the one we promised you earlier. Pay close attention. You've seen your cat groom themselves hundreds of times. That slow, rhythmic licking. The careful strokes along their fur. It looks peaceful. It looks healthy. It looks completely normal. And that's exactly why this sign is so dangerous. A healthy cat spends between 30 and 50% of their waking hours grooming. It regulates their temperature. It keeps them calm. Grooming is deeply connected to their emotional and physical well-being. So when grooming changes, everything changes. There are two directions this goes, and both are serious. The first is over-grooming. Your cat licks the same spot repeatedly until the fur starts thinning or disappearing. Small bald patches on their belly, their legs, or their tail. Most owners assume it's a skin condition. But veterinary behaviourists say excessive grooming is almost always a response to stress, anxiety, or chronic pain. Your cat is trying to self-soothe. They're telling you their world feels unsafe. The second is the opposite. A cat that suddenly stops grooming altogether. Dull, matted, unkempt fur. This signals either physical pain or emotional withdrawal so deep they've stopped caring for themselves entirely. A cat that has stopped grooming has given up on one of their most basic instincts. That is not laziness. That is a cat that is struggling deeply. So look at your cat right now. Really look at them. Because what looks like a harmless habit might be your cat quietly saying, "I'm not okay." Number 4, your cat's eating habits have changed. Think about your cat's relationship with food. Every day, same time, same enthusiasm. They hear that bowl and they come running. It's like clockwork. So when that changes, pay attention. A cat that suddenly loses interest in food isn't being picky. In the wild, a cat that stops hunting has lost connection with their most fundamental instinct. That's not a mood, that's a warning. And the opposite is equally concerning. A cat eating frantically, never satisfied, always hungry. Their body is searching desperately for something it isn't finding. Your cat's bowl tells a story every single day. Are they eating less? More? Differently? Because a cat whose relationship with food has changed isn't just having an off day. They're telling you their world no longer feels right. Number 5, your cat won't leave your side. You sit down and they're on your lap. You move to another room and they follow. You go to sleep and they press their body against yours like they're afraid of what happens if they let go. And you smile because you think, my cat just loves me. But there's something deeper happening. Kneading, that rhythmic pushing of their paws against you, is the very first thing a cat learns in life. Newborn kittens need their mother to feel safe and loved. When your adult cat needs you excessively, they are reaching back to the earliest feeling of security they have ever known. They're not just being affectionate, they're searching for comfort they cannot find anywhere else. A cat that suddenly becomes clingy, following you everywhere, crying when you leave, pressing against you constantly, is a cat whose world feels uncertain, and you are the only thing that feels safe. So the next time your cat won't leave your side, don't push them away. Sit with them. Let them need. Let them stay close. Because they're not being needy. They're saying, "You are my whole world. Please don't go." Your cat cannot speak your language, but they have never stopped trying to reach you. Every hide, every meow, every change in their fur, their food, their need to stay close to you. It's all the same message. I need you. Please pay attention. Now you know what to look for. And that knowledge could make all the difference for your cat. If this video helped you understand your cat better, share it with someone who needs to see it. And if your cat is showing any of these signs right now, don't wait. They've already been waiting long enough. Subscribe for more because your cat has a lot more to tell you.